Hey, good morning. Happy new moon in Gemini. It's Thor's day, the one with the hammer. And Thor goes to Jupiter. So we're looking at how do we expand ourselves? How do we give freely? And with Jupiter just having moved into Gemini, we can easily expand our intellects. We can easily expand our sound bites that only give us half truths. So it's important that as you scour the internet, or the internet scours you, hello, NSA, it may be time for you to recognize where, it's one thing to say the moon is mostly made of cheese. That's obviously not true. But it's another thing to say that the moon is a satellite that just got caught up in our orbit. True, half true? I don't know. Not really interested in discussing whether it's true or not. What's important is that this new moon in Gemini has Jupiter, big old Jove that rules more our holistic right brain thinking, Mercury, which is more left brain, and then the sun, moon, and Venus, all in Gemini. So, what is Gemini? Well, it's the first of the human sign. Let's pause and breathe on that for a minute. Zodiac means circle of animals. So Gemini being the twins, and the other human signs are Virgo the Virgin, Libra the scales, because who's weighing the Liguro, the light side, and the dark or the heavy, pesado, weighing. Somebody has to be there to put stuff on the scale in the first place. And then Aquarius is the water bearer. And sometimes we forget that the Sagittarius is half human, half horse. So we've got three and a half human signs. So without these human signs, they are here to call us into our upper level, our cosmic idealistic thinking, also known as the reasonable people, right? So, what does this Gemini new moon augur for you? Well, we just had the Venus Cassini, which I've read that all over the internet. That's the Venus star point, people. The sun and Venus being aligned at the same degree. This esoteric knowledge can get on my nerves sometimes. Just know that when the sun and Venus aligns every 9 months, we got a morning star, evening star. So with Venus going into her lover yin evening star phase in mutable, adaptable, transgender Gemini. So evening star is yin, Gemini is an air sign, which is masculine. So we've got the positive and masculine, and the feminine and the masculine and yin and yang, you know, combined, getting beyond the poles or the polarities of gender. We're all transgender people. Some of us do it physically, some of us do it emotionally, some of us do it mentally, some of us do it spiritually. But the point is, no one is all yang or positive or masculine because you wouldn't slow down and go to sleep. And then no one is all yin because then you wouldn't get off the couch. So there is this aspect of us wrapping our minds just around that. And this new moon in Gemini is made up of that for sure. Now, let's add some tarot because the tarot just cuts through all that intellectual bric-a-brac. Nine of Swords in the Mother Peace deck. That's just the shadow. Oh, beautiful depiction. Those women had it going on and still do. This is the traditional Rider Waite, nightmare, sleeping in W's, as Prince talks about. Happy birthday on Friday the 7th, Mr. Little Man. Still miss you. With all these planets and energies in Gemini and Saturn being situated about 90 degrees away from mystical watery Pisces, we may feel as if that we have, as Mad Gui on Instagram mentioned in her thread, it's like having a chaperone watch you, with Saturn and Gemini. I love that imagery. Thank you for that. The point is that Saturn is bringing in the mysticism. He's bringing in that beautiful mixture of being pragmatic in the world, Pisces not of the world. And Gemini is imagining the multiple dimensions. If you think it, energy follows thought. So this is an excellent 28-day cycle to be able to integrate, to get beyond the polarities of the intellect and the image, or the intellect and the intelligence, the left hemisphere of rationality vis-a-vis the right hemisphere of image making and holistic thinking. Hint, we need them both, people. And the more that we lean into Neptune being at the very last degree of Pisces, and the fact that Neptune and Saturn go retrograde the last week of June, happy Pride, people. And we're celebrating double nickels of the Stonewall riots or rebellion, Stonewall Rebellion in late June of '69. Where we are going is admitting to ourselves that inclusion is everything. Even including those people who don't agree with you. I just look at those people who need exclusionary thinking and exclusionary behaviors and exclusionary belief systems as needing the playpen of rules. They're toddlers, folk. On a soul level, what makes them feel secure is being swaddled like babies, having a playpen, having the rules, the right or the wrong. And then the younger soul is do it my way or the highway. But the point is, as our soul ages, and let's be clear, time isn't linear. So you can almost always pull upon the older soul parts of your nature, no matter where you are in your thought patterns or in your emotional behaviors. Point is that you're most likely going to sleep in W's like this and have anxiety about the future as you do not monitor or resist the reflection upon your exclusionary thoughts. With that, I'm going to leave you with at least do the work of going to my site. The design is up. Let me know what you think. www.beliefisnotrequired. Thank you for listening, and let me know what you think. Hey, Colton. What's up?